All right, here's the big challenge of business. You cannot produce results greater than your own identity. All good things point to God, and business is not excluded from that. Business is not separate from that. The proven way to build a business that cannot fail is to become so undeniably confident in who God created you to be. But in my experience, from every book I've ever read, from every millionaire and billionaire I've ever talked to, every broke person I've ever talked to, every success story I've ever heard, this all starts with just two statements that have absolutely changed my life, and they will change yours too, of course, if you let them. So let me just give you the first one. The first statement, if you want a business that cannot fail, it all starts with this. It starts with, I am done. And you might be thinking, Ryan, we just got started. I'm not ready to be done. Or you're well into your journey and you're doing so well and you're right. You're same thing. I'm not ready to be done. I want this to keep going. Good for you. I'm done being sick a little bit, but it's still with me. You can probably hear it in my voice. But again, not what I'm talking about. When I say I am done, I'm not referring to the end of a journey. I'm actually referring to the beginning of a journey. I am referring to, when I say I am done, that one habit in your mind, in the back of your mind, that you know you should have stopped a long time ago, but you haven't. Whatever that is, whether it's just you eat too much or you eat too little, or maybe you're lazy because laziness is a habit. You don't get things done quick enough, or maybe it's a situation where you're so broke or you're so poor or you're just unhappy and you're finally at that point where you're just, I'm done. I am done. And this one might hurt a little bit, but maybe there's that situation of somebody else's situation, other people who are suffering, and you know you could change it if you did a little bit better, or if you tried a little bit harder, if you had a little bit more money, if your business was just a little bit more successful. Maybe now's the time you gotta say, I am done. I am done watching my people suffer because I'm not doing anything about it. This is what I'm referring to. I am done. It is saying I am done with mediocrity. I am done with being average. I am done settling for who God didn't create me to be. I'm maybe a tenth of the way there. I'm done being here. I want to move forward. And think about it like this. Yes, this is still about business, but business is a very spiritual thing. Think about it like this. When you get to the great pearly white gates, do you really want to look God in the eye and tell him, I know I could have done more. I already know what you're going to say. I know I could have done more, but I just got caught up in fill in the blank, whatever bad habit that you have, whatever you know you should have done, but you just didn't for whatever reason. And would you rather say that, or would you rather look God in the eye and tell him, I did everything I could. I know I wasn't perfect, but I used every gift you gave me. I used every skill, every talent you gave me. I tried my best. I did everything that I could. And he looks at you and says, well done, my good and faithful servant. Would you rather look at him and say that, or say the first one? This is what it's about. And God, yes, I'm referring to like being at the pearly white gates, but that starts here. That all starts here, and where it begins is saying, I am done. It's the end of one journey and the beginning of another one. And in business, I mean, I'm only 24, so don't put me as your standard. Take this probably not as advice, but just as a lesson I've learned. And again, from every conversation I've ever had with a millionaire and more than one billionaire, which is kind of cool to say, it all starts with saying I am done, and a lot of failure. But failure is not, don't confuse failure with quitting. Quitting is very different. I failed at a lot of businesses before I landed here, and I think God was leading me here the entire time. I failed at a lot of businesses. I'm only 24. I failed at a lot of businesses. One of the greatest lessons I think I've learned was that if I'm going to fail quick, because it doesn't matter how long you take to make a decision. It's not always going to be correct. It's most likely not going to be correct. So, just get them out of the way. Fail quick. The goal is not to fail, but the goal is to move forward. That is, I am done, and I was done with the failure, and I know it's gonna come. Or let me put it this way. Let me bring it back. I kind of got off on a tangent there. Don't confuse saying I am done with I'm quitting, because failure is not the same as quitting. They're very different. Just because you failed in one thing, if you're trying to build a business that cannot fail, I know that's how we started the video. You're not failing in business. You're not quitting business. Yes, you may fail, but you're not quitting business. There's a difference. When you say I am done, it's I am done with the mediocrity. I am done with the being average and building something that I know is not going to last. There's a very large difference in not quitting and just doing something just to say you're not quitting, right? You know this is not a good business. You know this is not helping anybody, but you're doing it just so that you don't have to say I quit. And you're not quitting. You didn't quit business. Maybe that sector of the business failed, but you're still in business. You're still looking for ways to help people. When I say I am done, it reminds me of this passage in the Bible. It's in 1 Corinthians 13:11. It says, when I was a child, I spoke like a child, I thought like a child, and I reasoned like a child. But when I became a man, when I grew up, I put those childish things away. I am done being a child. Just because you're 40 years old doesn't mean you're not still speaking and thinking and reasoning like a child. This is the point when you look back in your successful career. I am done is when you look back and you say that was the moment everything started. I am done is the foundation of a great business that moves forward. When you are no longer accepting all the negative energy and all the people who quit on you, when you're no longer waiting on people. It's when you say, I am done making the decision, I am done watching people around me not live the life that I believe they should live, that I think they deserve more. I am done watching them live in the garbage. I'm done watching them pinch their pennies. I am done. So now you got to do something about it, though. This is just a decision, but this is the statement that leads to a decision. It's understanding I am done and I won't settle for less. That's what this is. And the second statement is here am I. And this is from one of my favorite passages in the Bible. It's in Isaiah 6:8. And it says, then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And I responded, here am I, Lord, send me. And the reason that these are consequential. First comes I am done. Second comes here am I. And the reason this one comes second is because at a certain point, yes, it starts with the decision, but now you got to go and do something about it. And this is what here am I is. Instead of waiting for somebody to fight your battles for you, I think we've gotten way too comfortable with that idea that somebody else or anybody else is supposed to fight our battles. Even God. We think that God is supposed to be our genie and everything is supposed to be fixed just because we sent up a prayer. But I think we forget that prayers always have an answer. It's a yes or a no. Just because you prayed for $1 million doesn't mean God's going to give you $1 million when every other action you've shown shows that you don't know how to handle $1 million. Saying, here am I, is saying, send me. Let me do it. Let me fight for somebody else. Instead of praying for a miracle, it's saying, here am I, let me be the miracle. Let me go and help somebody else. We've gotten way too comfortable with the idea that anybody is supposed to come in and fix our problems. That's not how it works. A business, if you want a business that cannot fail, you need to be the person who doesn't wait for people. You don't wait for people to fix things for you. You don't wait on anybody to go serve that family for you. You go do it. Empower other people so that they can come with you, but you're not waiting on people. A long time ago, I heard this, any good partnership, whether it's romantic or business, whatever it is, friendship, the way you find the people who are supposed to stick with you for the rest of your life is you're running straight towards God. You're running as fast as you can, and it's the people who keep up with you and run with you that are supposed to stay with you. But it's not waiting for anybody. They keep up with you. It's saying, here am I, send me. I'm going as fast as I can. And the people who are on the same mission, they're going to end up, I'm going to look to the side and I'm going to see them running with me. Those are the people who are supposed to be there. You're not waiting on people. And you're definitely not expecting anybody to fix your problems for you. Yes, you can accept help. Yes, you should accept help. But nobody's supposed to come and fix your problems, especially if you're not acting, especially if you're still comfortable with the situation that is less than average. That's where it starts with I am done. Next comes here am I. And I think my life, I don't know how, but I always end up around the right people. I don't know how. Well, God's hand is on my life. That's all I can say. All I know for sure is that somebody helped me, somebody helped the person before me, and because they've helped me, somebody helped the person before me, I can now go help other people. And maybe that was confusing, but somebody helped somebody else. That person who got helped me. I have now helped somebody else. They're now helping other people. Probably you know it as the butterfly effect. And this is a real thing. Never underestimate the amount of people who are suffering just because of your inaction. I could have let it stop with me. They probably would have gone and helped somebody else. But I could have chosen not to help somebody else, and it would have stopped there. Right? The cycle stops there. But think about how powerful that is. The person who helped me, all these people after me are getting helped, and that person doesn't even know who they are. At a certain point, somebody I've helped, they're helping other people, and I don't even know who they are. The people you help, you're not even going to know them. Like that's how crazy it is. But it starts with here am I. It's here am I, send me. There's this generational effect of helping one person that helps the next person that helps the next person after that. That is a very powerful thing, and it doesn't always need to be something crazy like social media. I mean, on YouTube, I barely get any views. We're working on it. But think about how crazy it is that I can post a video, even if it only gets 1,000 views, which most of my videos don't, but even if it does, I don't know these people, but I'm going out and doing what I gotta do, and I don't even know what the consequences are of that video of me helping one person, they're helping somebody else. That's a very powerful thing, and it doesn't even need to be like that where you're putting your face in front of thousands of people, and it doesn't need to be like that. I've learned that some of the most powerful situations are the times where it's the quiet times where it's just you and one person, and all you say is I can help you. And one of my mentors, he's one of the greatest speakers in the world, one of the best entrepreneurs in the world. He says, you are most qualified to help the person you used to be. And I feel like most people don't want to say, here am I, send me, because they think that means they're going to have to go and help people, which it is, but they don't feel qualified to help people. And I'm messing with the mic right now, so hopefully you didn't hear that. I got to stop. But here am I, send me. Your qualification, you're thinking, well, who am I? I'm in all this debt. And yeah, you are, but you have a plan and it's going to be gone. You are now the perfect person to go and talk to other people who are in debt and show them the strategies you're using. Of course, it should be backed up with somebody else, maybe add a little bit of credibility there, but you are now the perfect person to go and help somebody who's in debt because you're doing it. And the person I'm talking about, the mentor, the greatest speaker is Ed Milet. He points out that the person who helped him was his dad. And his hero is his dad, who was an alcoholic, and he's very open about this, so it's not like I'm spilling anything, but his dad was an alcoholic who finally got sober, and he was helped by somebody who, his name was also Ed. He was helped by somebody who wasn't sober for more than a couple of days, but he told his dad, I can help. I've been sober for a couple of days. Let me help you. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I can help you. I've done it for a couple of days. I don't know if I can promise you that it's going to be forever, but I can help you. I've done it at least for a couple of days. Let me help you for a couple of days. I've done it. You can do it. You are most qualified to help the person that you used to be. And that should be an encouraging thing. He didn't look at your bank account when he calls you to start a business. He sees your bank account. There's nothing there. We know. Or maybe there is, and you feel unqualified somewhere else. For me, and it's ironic now, I mean, as I think about it while I'm speaking, for me, I talk about this a lot. But where I felt most unqualified was my ability to speak, or more, my inability to speak. I couldn't speak I promise you, it literally took me at least an hour to record a 60-second video. Now I'm looking at the time and it's been about 15 minutes. And maybe it's not the best, but it's getting better, right? That's what I felt unqualified to do, is because I felt unqualified to start a business, to go and talk to people, to help people, because I was such a bad speaker. I was a great thinker, but those thoughts never translated into words until I learned how to translate them into words. And now here am I. Here am I, send me. And now one of my biggest goals, my vision, is to fill stadiums of people so that I can speak to whatever it actually needs to be. I don't know exactly what it is, but that doesn't matter. The qualification is not that you have everything already. Saying here am I is not that you're perfect already to start a business, whatever it is. It's just that you're ready to take the step, that you're discontent enough to say, I am done with whatever I've been dealing with now. I want to do more. So God, here am I, send me. And as I said in the beginning, business is a very spiritual thing. Not everybody sees it like that, and that's okay. Those people are not even going to see this part of the video. They probably read the title of the video and instantly got upset, left a dislike, and they probably left a comment. But that's the thing. It doesn't matter. My mission, the mission that God gave me, is not their mission. They don't need to understand it. When you say, here am I, send me, not everybody's going to understand. And that's probably the second thing that people get tripped up on. Well, everybody around me, they don't get it. Yeah, they don't get it because it's not the vision that God gave them. You are saying, here am I, send me, not here are we, send us. Right? The right people will run along with you. But you can't help other people until you can help yourself. You can't help other people find their vision that God gave them if you don't even know where yours is at. You got to start somewhere. It starts somewhere, and as long as you start, you can now go help somebody else. And the journey is what will prepare you. And I can feel it. I'm at the point where my voice is giving up. I'm surprised I made it this far, and I can also feel I'm about to start going off on a tangent. So I'm going to end the video here. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. But let me know if this was actually helpful. I didn't plan this video too well. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I did plan the video. I put a little bit less scripting into it. And obviously I'm sick. I just thought this video needed to be recorded, and I felt good about it. And so I thought I'd put it out there. But it's these two statements that have changed my life, and I know they will change yours too, again, if you let them, if you understand them. And if you have questions, put them in the chat or shoot me a message on Instagram, anywhere else. But yeah, let's just end it here. Let me know what you think. Bye. And actually, I just ended the video already, but I'm 5 seconds later, I'm going to throw this in there just in case. I'm going to post this video regardless. But again, I am sick, so maybe I'm being a little bit delusional. Hopefully it all made sense. If not, I'm going to leave the video up, but I'll go back and redo it, re-record it, so that it does make a little bit more sense. But I feel good about it. Let me know if it did make sense. I don't know. We'll see. But all right. Thank you. Bye.